Welcome to my first ever book review. I've only just started reading, really. In my life, I might have read 3 or 4 books in total. So, Roy Prettyboy Shaw. Let's have a look at the book. Got some nice old photographs of Roy. Do you want to see the photos, lads? Hang on a minute. So, I would take this book as a work of fiction. It's fiction made up, isn't it? I know it's meant to be an autobiography, but the problem is, like, there's a lot of faults in it, and I can't go into too much to give you, like, spoilers and stuff, but it's clear it's a one-sided book, and it's all like Roy's way. He talks about all these fights he's had, like thousands of fights, and he's battered everybody. Do you know what I mean? But he hasn't just battered, he hasn't just hit them, has he? He's knocked them out, you know. And don't get me wrong, he's a very hard man and capable of knocking anyone out. Look at the size of him. But you're not telling me that on a night out at some point he didn't get chinned. Do you know what? It just happens, doesn't it? It happens to everybody. If the way-minded Roy was, where he just wanted to scrap people all the time. Do you know, when he talks about his prison life, he don't talk about a particular prisoner that he did fight against twice and he did lose against twice, and that other people have spoke about that, like legitimate people. And look, I'll just say it's Paul Sykes, and I'm not a massive Sykes fan at all. In fact, I'm not even don't even hardly know much about him, really, apart from what I've seen on YouTube. I've certainly not read his book, but I intend to. Right, so, like, if this is a true book about Roy's life, he'd mention stuff like that. It wouldn't leave stuff out. What's apparent is Roy talks about he pretended he was insane, and that, as he's saying, like, he pretended he was insane to move prisons and stuff, it becomes really clear that he was insane. And part of him being insane was him believing he was acting. He wasn't. Proper nut job. That's what I feel anyway. I didn't know him in real life. Also, there's some, like, he says that he fought Lenny twice in this book, but we all know he fought him 3 times. And then, like, after this book was wrote, Roy actually had admitted that he fought him, that they had 3 fights. So, why lie about it in the book? That just means that there's more lies. Okay, so let's go. Right. So if you take it as a bit of fiction, it's a good read. I enjoyed it. Let's call it a bit of fiction with some truths in. Let's call it like that. And if you like look at it like that, then it's a good read. I read it, and I enjoyed it. Honestly, there'll be parts when you're reading this book and you're thinking, yeah, right. But what it does tell you is what a waste of a life, really, because he talks on about how he loved his wife and that. Next thing, like, he's going to jail for 10, 20 years and stuff. And it actually made me think, how would I feel, like, if I just got married and then I was going away and losing everything for all that time. So it's a thought-provoking book. Would I recommend it? I would recommend this book. You can buy it for about £3 or £4 on eBay. I would definitely recommend this. I'm just going to score this a 7 out of 10, guys, because of the bended truths and the white lies. You know, if I'm reading about someone's life, I'd like it to be more more truthful than this. However, respect to Roy Shaw, one of the hardest men to come out of England. Good fighter and an old school gangster. Rest in peace, Roy Shaw.